All right, we have dealt with this first, the first of 3 of the main quest tasks. Which to do next? Head to, we could speak to the head warden of Brackenbury that's in the area. I suppose going to Derford village would be a bit out of the way. Alright. The man who waits is next, then. Speak to the head warden. I should confer with the head warden of the sanitarium, Ethelmar, about how to proceed with my search for the leaden key there. Anything else while we're in this area? So there's the character quest for Aloth in the same exact place, the Brackenbury Sanitarium. Probably do that while we're there. There's also the archives. We could do that while we're here too. But we need to wait until our reputation in the city is stronger for that one. Fair enough. And then I actually forgot to return the scepter pieces, and I need to talk to the Crucible Knight about completing that quest again here in Heritage Hill. Perfect. Oh? Who's that? Dunred Row Messenger. Beg your pardon. I have a message for you. You are summoned to Hadrit House, where Lady Webb wishes to meet with you as soon as possible. Hadrit House. Lady Webb. They say she's an ancient spider, spinning her nets throughout the city. He gives you a careful look. If she wishes to see you, that either bodes very well or very ill. Tell me more about Lady Webb. Do you not know Lady Webb? She's... well, no one's seen her exactly in a long time, but she's the mistress of Dunred Row. Has been for as long as anyone can remember. He pauses, eyeing passerby with suspicion. Passerby? What passerby? We are in Heritage Hill. She's supposed to be old, older than anyone, and she never leaves her room. Some say she's wasted away and she's just a pile of bones kept animated by dark magics. Well, that's actually a very strong possibility in this world at this point. She's still at it, best anyone can tell, learning things, keeping us safe, pulling the strings behind the throne too, it said. Has a ring of ciphers doing her bidding, telling her everything that goes on. You do wrong in this country, before you go asking the gods for forgiveness, lest you ask Lady Webb first. I see. She is the mover and shaker of this city. What's Dunred Row? A whole mess of ciphers, run out of Hadrit House. They make it their business to keep the peace. They don't like to see you. They don't like you to see them do it. Problems in this city have a way of going away on their own, and when that happens, you can make a pretty good guess as to why. I see. I've been to Hadrit House once before, didn't I? To talk to the cipher. How did you know where to find me? I mean, probably ciphers. Well, it's Lady Webb. She knows everything. I kind of believe it. And how did you get to me? I guess I did clear out the dead. Where can I find Hadrit House? In Brackenbury, my lady. The southwest corner. Yep. All right.
Yes.
I guess you're gonna stay there. Oh, I'm sure you'll leave in time. Careful. I guess that we'll have to put the main quest on hold once more. We have a summons. I don't think we can. Don't think it would be smart to delay. Oh, good, she did make it. There, that's the nice lady who helped me. And thank the Iron Arm for it. We'll get you sorted out at the keep. Oh, there we go. I am so happy we got to see that. The tower. It's off. Does this mean the curse on Heritage Hill is lifted? It wasn't a curse, but yes, the district is safe again. I guess I just moved a dial around on the machine in the tower. It's not quite that simple. If we had just moved the dial, it wouldn't have actually worked. I mean, that's what the other guy was trying. I'm drinking a manor in Brackenbury for this. No. I was just in the area. But yeah, it wasn't a curse. I think it'll be some time before anyone will be willing to settle in the district again. But at least we can get started on restoring it. Yes, should be safe. Watch out for the, a certain crazy lady there. Imatal? I think I have all the pieces for you.
Gods keep you.
Is this about the broken scepter? Yes, I have all 3 pieces. I want to ask, though, do you have any idea what your animancer friend wants with this relic? She was always tinkering with these things back when we were young. I used to think she was a fool, or was the fool, retiring to some dusty study in Brackenbury. But after that horror on the boat, I'm thinking she made the wiser choice. I see. About the Ingwithan relic. Yes? Never mind. I found the missing pieces. His bristled eyebrows rise to a peak. You mean you got past those armored monsters? I don't know how. He shakes his head. I mean, if you didn't think I could do it, why would you ask? That's mean. Sending me to my death, presumably, my presumed death. Listen, if you're willing, I'll give you this last piece. He holds up the opal. In the name of someone who will buy it all. All I want is 200 pans for getting the cargo here. Sound fair? Snatched. I'm not gonna steal it from him. You want 200 pans for locking the rest of the crew in the hold and sinking the ship? I kind of want to... Hold on. I don't want to make him mad, but I do want to see what that gets us.
Hail, traveler.
He rubs the back of his sunburned neck. How about 100? I'm just trying to get by until the next job. Actually, I feel kind of bad. Fair enough. He accepts the money and gives you the opal. It's still warm from his hands. You'll want to go to the Brackenbury Sanitarium and find Nans. She'll know more about this artifact. I know for a fact she's bought them from our crew before. I see. Anything else you needed? No. Well, I have 3 things to do in the Brackenbury Sanitarium now. But first, we have a meeting in Hadrat House. Oh? That is a very important looking guy. Older robed man. As you near the apparition, you are overcome suddenly by a powerful anxiety that sits like a stone in your stomach. The feeling is not quite real, the recollection of an emotion rather than the emotion itself. It wrenches your insides nevertheless. The apparition's brow is tensed, a look of concern plain across its face.
The other missionaries say you have been neglectful of your duties.
They lie. My mind has been elsewhere.
Oh? And what troubles you?
The pain in your stomach deepens. You feel for a moment as though you're about to be sick. Your mouth has gone dry. Forgive me, Eminence. I wish to leave the order. The man folds his fingers together and presses them to his mouth, thoughtful.
You have been an apt student, and your convictions have inspired those around you. May I ask what has changed to make you feel this way?
Presumably this is my past life. I wonder if it actually happened here, or if it was somewhere else. The people we intended to convert They committed unspeakable acts, sacrifices, mutilations. Let's go with that one. The apparition exhales slowly, and its lips press together, a sympathetic rapport in its eyes. It places its hand on your shoulders.
These are the ways of the heathen world.
Surely the gods would do better to destroy us all and start anew. Huh. I mean, no thank you.
Perhaps they would. It may come to that one day. This is why we must not fail. The heathens are beyond the gods' reach. They do not know better. We are tasked with delivering them to the gods, so that the gods may heal their souls.
Delivering them to the gods so the gods may heal their souls. In other words, kill them. Let the gods do the work, right? Is such a thing possible?
I have seen it with my own eyes. You will see it too, if you choose to remain. There is no greater calling than the one we have chosen. Neither words, nor wealth, nor battle will end this suffering. Only the gods. Will you give them that chance?
The knot in your stomach seems to loosen all at once, and the anxiety is replaced with something else entirely. Something warm and soothing, and it is something you know you can never repay. As the vision fades, you start to become cognizant of the many odd looks aimed in your direction. Your last response echoes in your mind. I will. Huh. Well.
Yes.
I think we had... Besides the very first one, when we were near that first tower after leaving that first set of ruins, I think we had one when we went down to Glen Key, didn't we?
Of course. Hail and well met.
Oh, hello. Jeez, all the couriers are interrupting me today. Excuse me, but I've been looking for you. You're the one who lifted the curse on Heritage Hill. That I am. My lady, who wishes to remain anonymous, has entrusted me with bringing you this pistol. It belonged to a dear friend of hers who was lost to the curse. Oh. For your part in reclaiming Heritage Hill, my lady wishes you to have it. Here, may it serve you well in battle. Thank you. She bows. You are quite welcome. Saint Garam's Spark. Now I must be off. Farewell. Jeez. So now I have Forgiveness and Saint Garam's Spark. Let's compare the two, shall we? Forgiveness is a bit stronger. And has the plus 20% attack speed. But St. Garam's Spark has the plus 10 Oh wait, no, it's plus 10 accuracy granted to an ally attacking the same target. Huh. Interesting. And then plus 25% shock damage for this one. And then 60 airby, that's then the same. This one has also damaging 1. I think that's already accounted for. Well, not as valuable as Forgiveness, so if we're going to equip a pistol, it'll be this one. Maybe I should. Be easier if I unlocked that, but that would require using a slot. I mean, I don't really have her attack with melee these days. So yeah, maybe I'll just open up combat with pistol shot before switching to the bow. And then reload after combat is over. I wonder if the Lady Webb is that one person from the leaden key that gave us our mission. Lady Webb will see you now. Oh! Yeah. Hello, Lady Webb. The notes are scribbled in a cryptic shorthand. This woman clutches a thick stack of parchment with spindly, wrinkled fingers, their flesh stretched thin to near translucence with extreme age, a gossamer veil over pale blue veins, ink splotches and candle burns dot and stripe her hands, like a quilt patterned after some great indescribable truth. She does not look up from her reading.
So, the messenger conveyed my summons. A miracle that would make the reincarnation of Aeophis look like a child's cantrip, surely.
No, they did fine.
It doesn't draw the most inspired minds, messaging. They failed me so many times of late, I nearly sent a cipher after you instead. So this is the Watcher who took over Cad Noir. Oh, don't look so surprised. It isn't an attractive expression. I wouldn't be where I am for long if I let details like that escape me.
I'm not exactly surprised you know all about me. Not if you are as powerful and basically the one running the city that everyone, the messenger implied. I think you're being a little too harsh on messengers, though. Right? I mean, it's not exactly an easy job in a world without, it's a world without, technology like phones and tracking and just, it can't be easy. It seems Dunrid Rose spies live up to their reputation.
Since then, as I understand it, you entered a quarantine district that is absolutely off limits to all civilians.
Yeah.
And somehow managed to walk back out with your life.
Of course.
What could possibly have been on your mind to make you do such a thing?
There's actually two things. I mean, originally it was just to, help out the Crucible Knights, but it was a personal matter. Someone I need to find. Someone I needed to find. I'm investigating a strange group.
Strange does not begin to describe them. The practices of the Leaden Key defy all reason.
Yeah, so she is aware of them, and that they're the ones I was investigating. I think she's just testing me then.
You're not the only one with an interest in their recent activities. I've lost 4 ciphers this year alone trying to get someone inside their ranks. As it is, we only have our suspicions about who is in the group and what they intend. Which I suppose means we have much in common with them.
I'm surprised.
I asked you here because I wanted to know what your interest was in all of this. I thought perhaps we might help each other.
Maybe.
Why are you looking for the Leaden Key?
But with what you just said, I'm almost surprised that I was able to successfully fool them. If other ciphers were not, maybe me and my Watcher status gives me some cover against them being able to look, that one lady being able to look into my mind. I was hired to investigate them. I don't think lying is going to do me any good. I ran across a man in one of the ruins. It's important that I find him again. That's true. One of their members caused my soul to awaken. I need him to reverse it. She closes her eyes, and the lids flicker. Then her face goes still, and her mouth parts, little more than a sliver. And her hand briefly drops open, spilling some of her parchment to the ground, the pages wafting around her legs like the leaves of a dying tree. Her fleshy eyelids peel back, and her gaze is immediately upon you.
The gods are cruel, I'm afraid. The man you seek is
Oh.
Theos Ix Arcanon, Grand Master of the Leaden Key. one of the most elusive and dangerous men Aora has ever known.
I was wondering if he is the same man that I see in that vision. I can't remember if we saw his portrait back then at the start of the game or not. But it was kind of my suspicion. How do you know I seek Theos, though? It's actually interesting. So in a past life, I actually worked for him. Now I'm against him. I'm sure we'll learn more about that history.
Because you have seen his face, and that makes it a simple matter for me to see it. You even happened to catch him in his ceremonial garb, it seems. It must have been a special occasion.
Interesting that you know him. What can you tell me about Theos?
More than most, though very few would know so much as his name. And there is no way of knowing how much of what I've read is true.
So it's not personal knowledge
The
so much
leaden
as...
key dates back more than 2,000 years.
Jeez.
If rumors are to be believed, Theos was the one who created it.
So clearly an elf or something similar. Maybe a godborn.
What scraps of evidence exist suggest that he has died many times, only to be reborn each time
Never mind then.
exactly the same man. Awakened during adolescence with all the knowledge and experience of all his lifetimes.
That's
The
actually really
plots
interesting.
he orchestrates sometimes take hundreds of years to bear fruit. Needless to say, this is not the natural order of things. But he is said to be one of Woodica's favored.
Yeah,
And
it was
that old bat was never one to let rules get in the way of favoritism.
I was going to say, but that kind of flawless reincarnation and awakening, he's got to be favored by Woodica. Wow. And his whole, I guess he is perhaps an instrument of Woodica's revenge.
That may also explain another supposed gift of his. His body is no boundary to his soul, and he is known to take possession of others, if their souls are weak enough. Often it is for elaborate deceptions, but sometimes he simply forces them to kill themselves.
Jeez.
He is not known for his generous supply of pity.
Frickin' yikes.
He is also not one to show himself in any but their most critical matters. If he has directly involved himself in whatever the group plots now, it may be your only chance to find him.
Right.
And once you do find him, if you can find him, I would not hold my hopes too high if I were you. He is a driven, single-minded man. He will not have the slightest concern for your problems.
Right. Especially if I'm getting in his way. Also, with the way he is, what can you even do against him? If you kill him, he doesn't care. He'll be reborn. He'll be out of commission for a few years. I doubt he'll barely be slowed down. The worst that'll happen is you put a stop to one of his current plots. How do you know so much about Theos?
The same way I come by all my knowledge. Exhaustive research, spying, bribery.
Yeah.
Perhaps some less savory measures. Whatever the knowledge demands, I pay in full. There is nothing of greater value.
I like you, Lady Webb.
Unfortunately, with Theos, there is also nothing more scarce. He has covered his tracks far too well. His manipulations of the course of history are lost to time now, though I believe they were many.
Yeah. Those kind of details don't tend to stand the test of time, not to that degree. Especially if someone wanting to hide their presence, and someone long lived enough to actively cover their tracks after the fact. What else is there to know about the leaden key?
Precious little, I'm afraid. You may know much of it already. No one member knows the identity of more than a handful of other members. They are kept in the dark of missions they are not involved in.
Yep.
Or sometimes of those they are involved
Heavily
in.
compartmentalized.
They
Very
exist
smart.
to hide secrets they themselves don't know. If you can imagine how gullible someone must be for that to appeal. Despite that, they are very good at what they do, owing much to their founder, who will take matters into his own hands when necessary. And he does not fail.
And what do you want from me?
Keep me informed. The Leaden Key has been busy lately,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that is distressing news. I can only guess as to what they intend. You seem to have a knack for turning the stones they've crawled beneath. Keep turning them. Dunreed Row will not stop you.
Can I count on your support should I need it?
Whatever it is they're up to, figuring it out will be of great use to both of us. In your case, it will surely point you to Theos. In return, I will share our knowledge with you as we learn it, and provide you with what assistance I can.
Fantastic. Thank you, Lady Webb.
If you find your trail has run cold, come to me with whatever you have. There is much I may be able to do for you.
You know, there is something I can tell you about the Leaden Key's operations.
Well, let's hear it.
The Ingwithan Tower in Heritage Hill contains an ancient machine that can control the flow of souls. The Leaden Key activated it. At least I think it's the Leaden Key.
This is troubling. That civilization seems to have known more about the mechanics of souls than anyone since. The Leaden Key was born in that period.
Right.
It may be that Theos has full knowledge of their technology.
Wouldn't surprise me.
The applications
Wonder if it
of this
was Ingwithan.
machine you speak of. I don't want to think about it. If we can learn more about their goals and methods, perhaps we can get the palace behind us. With Avar's support, we may be able to put a stop to this.
Presumably that's the Duke. That's all. This progress is encouraging. I only hope that we are not too late. Indeed. Any other
Yes?
Oh, I do have other questions. Tell me more about Dunreed Row.
All the things there are to know in this world, and you ask me about work. Deerwood is a rebel country. Conflict is in its blood. If you think a few guards posted in our cities keep chaos at bay, you are very new to town indeed.
Yeah, I am.
We are Deerwood's cipher investigators, of course. But what we really are is its last barrier against anarchy. People are more at ease when they believe they are watched over by someone more enlightened than they are. It pacifies them. So that is the image we foster.
I see. Can I side with you instead of any of the other groups?
And we do try to be enlightened for their sake. The knowledge we gather here is Deerwood's standing army in many ways. We learn what's vital and we act on it while Deerwood sleeps, blissfully unaware of the terrifying truths all around them. I wish I could tell people the things I know sometimes. But the truth is, I don't think many of them could bear it.
I can bear it. Can you tell me? How did you come to be here?
Me? I started this place. In a different time, under a different duke.
How many dukes ago
I
was this?
impressed the duke with my research and my work ethic, and he became possessed of the notion that I would be ideal to lead a secret network of gifted investigators.
He was right.
I don't know how such an idea got into his head.
She winks. How old are you? She gives a half-hearted gasp and covers her mouth with her fingers. You wicked woman. Where are your manners? Were you raised without a shred of decency? I'm sorry, but it is... Can I at least know the order of magnitude of years you've been alive? Tens of years, hundreds, thousands.
I lost count ages ago. Such a strange thing to celebrate, getting closer to death. Oh, I've had my share of work done to prolong my existence, if that's what you're wondering.
I am.
I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not done here. There are things I still wish to learn. And I'll be the effigy if I let Bereth carry me off before I'm through.
Yeah, screw Bereth.
There was a time when I considered enlisting the theorems of Pondgrum to extend my life indefinitely. I found the thought of devouring my political enemies to sustain my own life greatly appealing. I must have gone soft with age.
Probably for the best you didn't. Are you psychic?
If you are hoping I can look at your hand and tell you whom you should marry, you can just wipe that notion from your mind. I do not know what will happen tomorrow. That is what I pay spies for. Being a cipher is not unlike being a watcher. You notice more about what is already there.
I mean, yeah. Keep in mind, I'm familiar with being both.
Many can hold an object and know where it's been, or peer into the thoughts of people around them. They can also sometimes affect those thoughts, but that would be unethical, of course.
Of course.
A tiny, talented few pick up so much about the world around them, they can get images of things to come, but these are fleeting and unreliable.
You said you don't know what will happen tomorrow.
Who said I was talented? I don't. Least not that I can trust. And with me, it's only ever about one thing anyway.
And what is that?
A quiet day at home.
Fair enough. What about a Lord Webb?
There was.
And what happened to him?
He believed in dying with dignity.
Ah.
He was old-fashioned that way, my husband. We saw the world very differently, he and I. But he was good to me while he lasted.
And would you say you've lived longer with him or without him? Just trying to get a ballpark on how long you've actually been alive.
Yes.
Alrighty then. Farewell, Lady Webb.
Try your best not to die out there.
Oh, I will. I will try my very best. Huh.
Yes.
That was interesting. Lady Webb. I wonder if Theos is aware of her interest in his organization, or if he even cares.
In Tekoa, we have a memorial for the Saints' War.
Oh, yeah?
They say a Rawatai artillery master contributed to the Godhammer bomb.
That's cool.
I wondered
Of course. You want Rawatai to be a part of this history. Crow about how your people held the Deerwood. Maybe your Ranganui lied, Amawa.
I mean, maybe
on second
not.
thought, I'll ask Adair.
Probably the better choice. I mean, they either did or didn't have a role in the Saints' War. I don't... It's an interesting thought. Crucible Nightweiler, I have some good news for you. Any news from Heritage Hill? Your guards were... Or wait, no, I have bad news for you. Bad news. Your guards were charmed by the spirit of a woman named Lyra. I've gotten rid of her. Her tired eyes grow round. By the flame, you found her? My missing commander? Oof, yeah. She heaves a sigh and loses her gaze among the floor tiles. And she was calling to the watch from beyond the grave. It doesn't make sense, but nothing that accursed district does. What happened to the soldiers under her What happened to the soldiers under her spell? They didn't make it. I see. Nevertheless, thank you for your help. They've left me with as many questions as answers. but at least I know what happened to my troops and Commander Lyra. Please, accept this as a token of my gratitude. If there's nothing else, I must attend to my duties. Of course. Farewell. And another task complete. Alright, we've rested. Our western wall is done. Which means next up, I could go for the towers. I do like perception bonuses. Only 800 copper. We're doing pretty well on our gold count, actually. Wonder when that happened. Probably the few quests we've been doing. But no, there was something else I wanted first. And that was the Warden's Lodge. Right, the Warden who offers high-level bounties. That sounds like fun. Oh, shoot. Assassins coming after us. I suppose it was only a matter of time. Oh, there's more of them than I thought. They're launching like a fireball at me or something. I'll have... Give me an interdiction here. Or not Aleph, Durance. Give me a fireball back there. And... Secret Horrors. Yeah.
What?
Very good. All right. Now, why don't you go ahead and attack that one? Shoot him. All right, switch and run. All right, attack that away. Right there. Ooh, Pelagina. Not doing so good, are you? A second wind in there. Aloth. Let's weaken them a bit. How are they doing? They're doing too good. Pelagina, I'm gonna need you to... Okay, Aloth, or Edir, I mean. There, back off. Okay, do you have Gown's Pledge? Perfect. Alright, just the one of them. Use your, Good, good, good. Use it again. How you doing, Edir? Edir's doing fine. Okay, you have a little bit. Could use more. But, let's shock these guys. Okay, you have 4 now. Good, good, good. Let's freeze all of these guys stiff. Very good. All right. Everyone, let's focus on taking one out.
So much for you.
Don't even.
All right. Actually, Pelagina, head on over here and start dealing with them. You have your... Yes, you have some. Phantom foes? Yeah. Making them easier to hit. There we go. And Pelagina, finish off this one too while you're at it. I'll have Gwyneth help you.
Don't even slow it down.
Oh. Oh, no, they're all done.
What is it?
Beautiful. Any notes? Scrawled note. Written on a scrap of parchment is a concise but detailed description of you, including your name, your distinguishing features, and everyone you're known to have associated with in your brief time in Darewood. Am I really only worth 9 golden? Or no, a single golden Sewell? Come on. I need to do better. That's all my death is worth. Okay, a little more, but that's not even close to enough. Still not enough. Damn it.
Yes.
My death is worth more than that. Thank you very much. Alright, well, next time we will be heading into this Brackenberry Sanitarium for the next leg of our engagement with the Leaden Key.